We are working in Franklin County to create change for children and families. But what I want you to know is that Franklin County has been doing the work. Ever since we launched Franklin County Rise back in 2022, it is a $42 million investment. We are in year 2 and we are championing children with sustainability at the forefront. We understand that at the end of the day, we know that we have to continue to invest in children, but invest significantly in children and families so they have all of the opportunities to thrive and not just survive. As a mother of twin girls who are 20 years old now, but at the time Franklin County Rise was launched, they were 18. The problems that we were seeing in childcare were the same problems that persisted when I needed childcare. So, childcare is expensive. It was expensive. I think about how I was working for Cuyahoga County Job and Family Services at the time, only making $36,000 a year, if that, but did not qualify for childcare subsidies. And if it wasn't for my mother and my children's godmother paying for childcare for Hope and Faith, I would not have been able to work every single day. And that is still the reality for so many families today.
We're able to create a community where a single mom doesn't have to be hamstrung by the challenge of childcare. And what we know from our work in poverty, in the blueprint work, is that that is one of the core pillars or core principles of what not only our residents ask for, but what we know can change lives and can have an effect, a positive effect on a household, particularly one that's led by a single mom.
But when we think about the pandemic and how Franklin County Rise even came to be, we saw more than 220 child care centers close in a matter of 2 years. So if I don't have a child care center to put my children in, I'm still trying to work, maybe work from home, or maybe I have to go in from time to time. That was a challenge. And so we saw so many people, especially women and women of color, leaving the workforce. We saw women leaving the workforce all across the country, but especially here in Franklin County, where childcare was already, that's an industry that was already unstable. And so we needed to stabilize childcare. And so I felt it was incumbent upon me as a mother who understood the struggle and still understanding that families are facing those same realities today. I was like, we have to do something big and we have to do something impactful. And that's how Franklin County Rise got started.
Franklin County Rise is just another part of the economic development and economic growth of Central Ohio. We talk about the Columbus Way here. And early learning and childcare is another part of that. We have to have all these tools in the toolbox. Families need to be able to have tools like this to be able to make sure that kids are taken care of so that mom and dad can go to work.
Understanding the challenges of the pandemic with centers closing, but also having another group of centers that were saying, between the next 3 to 6 months, I don't know that I'll be able to keep my doors open because I don't have enough revenue coming in, because teachers are sick, or we have to close classrooms, or people aren't bringing their children. Like, they were facing additional challenges. We also saw that for our essential workers, finding childcare that was not just 9 to 5, that was like from 6 o'clock in the evening to 6 o'clock in the morning, was very much a challenge. And so we knew that if we were going to do something to stabilize childcare, we also had to understand that we needed to do something that was going to support non-traditional hours, right? And so thank God for the American Rescue Plan Act dollars that have been able to fund this historic investment. It started out as a $24 million investment, but after 4 years, it will be a $42 million investment. And it is one that is nationally recognized because we got to see what government could do with those American Rescue Plan dollars and how they could be transformational. And so we have shared this program with other counties across the country because they're still trying to figure out how they can stabilize childcare.
Childcare is a huge part of that. We have almost a $6 billion impact with this program on the local economy.
So when I think of what we can do in the future is to build more of that, to give more opportunities for our families to be as strong as they can be and not let childcare be a barrier to accessing a good paying job, to attending school and getting a higher education, or picking up a skill, a vocational skill that might help them attain a better job.
That the people who are teaching our kiddos every single day, our teachers, are the same ones that come through Job and Family Services to get food stamps, to get rent and utility assistance, to get Medicaid, and that shouldn't be the case. And so Franklin County Rise, understanding again, as a mother who sees more month than money, I knew that we needed to help our teachers so they wouldn't be standing in the same lines as everyone else, and they're taking care of our kiddos. And so we also put $1 million aside for rent and utility assistance just for teachers. So that's what I've been using my platform to do, because it's my own lived experience. I'm not talking about something that I think about in theory or what's good. I think about it from a perspective of I've been in the same shoes as our neighbors and I want to make a difference.